Ever since I discovered these plants at 12 years old, I have always had a simple question. What is the hungriest, quickest, and most deadly Venus flytrap? Each contestant in my greenhouse will compete against each other to see who can catch prey the quickest. And at the end of the series, the winner will feed on my blood. Therefore, let's begin the journey of discovering the ultimate Venus flytrap. This is Red, the second smallest competitor in today's event, and he has some of the best colors on a flytrap that you will ever see. However, he still has something to prove. All the other flytraps in the greenhouse are special. Each and every one of them has a name curated to them, and this name grants them the title of cultivar. Pitifully, Red is nothing but a typical. Nothing special, nothing unique, nothing worth noting. However, he has been selected as the first ever competitor in this new series, before any of the exclusive cultivars. If Red wins the drop of blood, he might prove to the world that typicals deserve to be respected just as much as any other flytrap. Let's see if he can carry that burden in the world's first event of the Flytrap Games. Measuring in at a total length of 4.5 centimeters, a trap length of 2.5 centimeters, and a tooth length of 5 millimeters, let's welcome Red to today's event. Seeing as he is just a typical, he has no unique abilities to take note of. The setup is simple. Each contestant for the day's event will be taken outside and given the opportunity to catch some lunch. And as you can see, the moment they have attracted a bug, a timer will run up until the very last second the plant catches it. Throughout this series, each plant will have a total of 3 attempts to speedrun catching their lunch, and the average of the 3 runs will be added to the leaderboard. There will be many different plants and events in the future, but for now, we are focusing only on speed. Will Red be able to uphold the pride of all the other typicals, or will he fail and simply not catch a bug at all? There's only one way to find out. Red definitely has something to prove to us today, as that was one of the most powerful catches I have ever seen, and he makes no mistake in ensuring he creates the perfect seal around this fly. With a respectable 1-minute run for his first ever attempt, Red has set the bar for every other competitor to beat, thanks to this excellent attempt from none other than a typical flytrap. Spider, the cultivar of your nightmares. Arguably the most dangerous flytrap in the greenhouse, he is hellbent on getting the biggest catch of his life. A human. Who knows what might happen if he gets a taste of my blood, but he'd have to win for that to happen. You may think he got his name for loving the taste of spiders, but this isn't true. Just like a daddy longleg, he has always had long, spindly leaves. And that's what we all thought. Dainty little leaves. Little did anyone know that the curse of the long leaves also mean the biggest traps we have ever seen. He towers over all the other fly traps. stealing every meal that goes near them. A ruthless killer, cursed with etiolation, he is more than ready for all the events we have lined up in the coming months. Cunning, patient, and deadly. He is one of the favorites to win the series, and by far one of the most dangerous fly traps in the collection. Let's carefully move him into the arena. As spider attracts this hoverfly, it gives us a good opportunity to explain that plants will also get points based off of what they catch. You see, fly traps also catch things like spiders, beetles, and even wasps. So the bigger the catch, the more points they'll earn. And on top of this, double and triple catches will also form part of their points on the leaderboard, but I will explain more about this in the future. Right now, Spider, who measures in at a whopping total length of 14 centimeters, is getting ready for his first catch. I expected nothing other than an exceptional catch from this apex predator, and with a time of just 18 seconds, he flies to first place on our leaderboard. As you can see in the replay, the flies have pretty good reaction times, but they're just no match for the speed of a Venus flytrap. Crosstooth. He's today's smallest competitor. A fly can barely fit into his trap, and guess what? He doesn't want to work on getting bigger because he has had everything he has ever wanted given to him. Fertilizers, food, soils, water, pots, you name it. To top it all off, he boasts about how lavish his life is by constantly multiplying. And guess what? This shameless cultivar thinks he can run with the big boys. The thing is, he has twisted stems, squared off traps, crossed teeth, and if you ask me, he's a spoiled brat. I don't know how it's possible for a plant to even attempt to catch with features like that, let alone win. However, if he does get the drop of blood, his already inflated ego will become even bigger. You see, not all cultivars are created equally. If a flytrap is unique enough, even if it can't do its job of catching flies, it can get the title of cultivar, just like Crosstooth. But hey, he has cultivar privilege, so he is more than entitled to join this event. Measuring in at a dismal 5.5 centimeters, Crosstooth is actually starting off pretty strong by attracting the most flies I have ever seen for one fly trap. However, until he gets at least one interested enough in him, it doesn't count. Now, you may be wondering what this fabric on the left is, and it's simply there to prevent the plant from catching too many flies at once. As you can see, these flies would be all over this plant, causing all the traps to go off. And as you can imagine, this isn't ideal and can affect the health of the plant. On top of this, we will only be watching one trap per plant, so there is no need to have all the others going off too. However, Crosstooth has finally managed to attract a fly into that deformed mouth of his. Will the flies be able to escape through those big holes in his teeth, or would a fly be too big for him to catch? Because, let's face it, this is a really small plant. Anyway, let's see the damage he can cause. He actually caught one, I can't believe it, that was incredible. And it looks like he's going to be able to hold on to his catch too, but I really need to see the replay of this. Did that fly bait and switch him? Yeah, this fly on the left was really smart by staying at the top of the trap. He basically switched places with the fly on the right. This has got to be one of the wildest catches I have ever caught on tape. Have you ever wondered what Frankenstein would actually look like? A freak of nature, manufactured in a laboratory. A tormented, tested, modified lab rat. Well, I'm not sure about Frankenstein, but this is the Flytrap version. Brad's Giant. In the early days of developing giant fly traps, experimentation was crude and dangerous. Most plants were not able to make it through all the testing that goes on in a laboratory. The chemicals, lights, sanitation, and infections. But then there was a breakthrough. It wasn't perfect, but we ended up with Brad's Giant. And as proof of his brutal past, he still bears the scars on his traps. Yet, it is a wonder as to how this plant copes with these modifications, but we have some clues. You see, to keep his mutations at bay, he must feed, constantly, and that's why he has traps everywhere. On the ground and in the air. Otherwise, who knows what could happen to this plant if he isn't kept busy. Nonetheless, it is believed that if he wins the coveted drop of blood, the elixir of life, that he may find a new existence, free from the cycle of kill or be killed. Let's take this damaged soul outside and offer him the chance at a fresh start. Imagine stepping out of your warm house, your safe sanctuary, and breaking your routine just to have a chance at improving your life. Well, that's exactly what Brad's Giant is doing here today. As he attracts this fly, let me explain what this stick is for. Many people think I somehow used this stick to close the plant. Firstly, that isn't possible, as the flies need to touch the trigger hairs that you can see inside the trap to make the plant close. And secondly, I don't have the patience to stand around for hours at a time waiting for a fly. All the videos I take are time lapses, and as you can imagine, if the traps were swaying in the wind, we wouldn't be able to see anything properly. So I stick this stick onto a plastic pot and press it up against the plant so that the trap can stay nice and still while we record. Anyway, let's see if Brad's Giant can capture this fly. Will he fall short and return to the greenhouse with nothing to show for his efforts? Or will he be able to achieve the best time of the day? Either way, we're going to find out soon. Brad's Giant used such a calm and collected technique here as he caught this fly, and you can really see those scars sticking out on the side of his traps. However, let's see the slow-mo replay of this hunt. Damn, this fly reacted so quick, it almost looks like he teleported there. But those perfectly manufactured teeth of Brad's Giant were way too strong for this fly to get past. Nonetheless, it is now time to see how all of today's competitors stack up on the leaderboard. Before we see today's winner, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video if you have watched this far. Otherwise, I don't know if you want to see more of this content or not. And thank you for your support. It genuinely means the world to me. And now, without further ado, our leaders in the first ever event of the Flytrap games. Unsurprisingly, we have the cold killer Spider in first position with a blisteringly quick catch of just 18 seconds. He is the favorite to win the series, so I believe he is where he is meant to be. However, I am a bit worried what might happen to his growth if he does get a drop of my blood. In second place, surprisingly, we have Red, I didn't know the typical could pull off such a decent result at 1 minute. However, he has a lot of work to do to catch up to Spider. And honestly, I don't know how this small typical will fare up against the might of the cultivars. In a very close third, we have Brad's Giant, just 2 seconds off of red, and I am fully expecting him to rise up the leaderboard in the next 2 rounds of this tournament. He should easily knock red off of the leaderboard in his next event and get closer to bringing peace to his life. And I think most shockingly, we have Crosstooth, who actually managed to catch something. At 1 minute and 19 seconds, it was probably the most entertaining catch of the day. I'll give him credit for that, and the fact that he managed to hold on to his catch. But I think this spoiled brat just got lucky, and that luck will soon run out. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.